Hey guys, back in the basement again for another sports recap as well as NFL Network. Guys, it's that time of season again. It's March. Time for the madness. We here. We are here ready to celebrate these young bloods, man, these young boys, man, out there playing college basketball on the highest level. Guys, 64 teams has been invited. 64 teams have been invited. They're lucky 64. Now, there's some controversy about these 64. But that's not for us to talk about, right? Hey, we ain't gonna take the West Virginia approach, and we're not gonna file a lawsuit because we didn't get in because we didn't win enough. But that's a different story. Nonetheless, let's get to it. So today, I'm gonna present you guys my picks that I'm picking for the NCAA tournament, and I'm going to pick the national championship. Now, I'm not gonna say my bracket's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be far from perfect, but my bracket's gonna be good enough to win some money. You best believe that. But as my man Charles Barkley says, I guarantee. With that being said, let's go and get the party started, right? All right. So right here we have the bracket. Guys, I'm sharing the screen, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to zoom in for you guys, but I'm going to try to do my best to make it as legible as possible because I'm going to call out the teams I'm picking. So with that being said, we're going to start off in the South. Shout out to the South. Shout out to the dirty, dirty South. That's where I'm from. That's where Kentucky is. And we are the South. So with that being said, I'm familiar with this first team, number one overall seed in the South region. And that's Auburn. Auburn over Alabama State. I'm taking Auburn. This one's going to be tough. This one's tough because my heart, I want to pick Creighton. But my head says Louisville. I'm going to go with the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go with Louisville. So then we got Michigan and University of San Diego State. I think that's what UC San Diego. That's what. Let's call it what it is. I'm gonna go with Michigan. We got Texas A&M and Yale. I don't know nothing about Yale, but I'm not ready to pick that as upset just yet. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss over North Carolina, and I'm gonna take Iowa over Lipscomb. Let's go with Marquette over New Mexico State, and we're gonna go with Michigan State. So with that being said, we have done the first round. Let's keep going. Let's go to the East, and we're gonna go with Duke over American or whoever they play. I'm gonna go with man. I'm gonna go with Mississippi State. I'm familiar with them. I haven't seen too much of them. I'm gonna go with Oregon over Liberty. I'm gonna go with Arizona over Akron. I'm gonna go with VCU, man. I've been hearing a lot of good things about VCU, so I'm gonna go with VCU. I'm gonna go with Wisconsin, man. Wisconsin's kind of hot. They didn't win the Big Ten, but they did compete against Michigan. Let's go with Wisconsin. St. Mary or Vanderbilt. No faith in St. Vanderbilt, so I'm gonna go with St. Mary. And we're gonna go with Alabama over Robert Morris. So let's keep going. Let's go down to the West. In the West, we have Florida over North Florida. That's who I'm going with. I'm gonna go with the defending champs, UConn. Let's go with Memphis. I will take Maryland. I will take Missouri over Drake. I will take Texas A&M. This is going to be difficult, but I'm gonna go with Kansas and I'm gonna go with St. John. So let's go to the Midwest. I'm gonna take Houston. I'm gonna take Gonzaga. I'm gonna go with, oh man, can this be the first upset of the game? I'm hearing a lot of good things, but with that being said, McNeese lost their coach. He did end up going. Wade ended up going to NC State, so I'm gonna go with Clemson just because they lost the coach, right? This is why I may pick my first upset. I'm gonna go with High Point. I'm going with High Point over Purdue. You got to have some upsets, and it ain't gonna be a clean sweep. Let's say that. Let's go with Illinois over the Texas or Xavier. I'm gonna go with Kentucky over Troy. I'm gonna go with UCLA over Utah State, and I'm gonna go with Tennessee. So let's take it back up to the top. Now we back in the South again. So now we got Auburn over Louisville. I'm gonna go with Auburn. I'm gonna take Michigan over Texas A&M. I'm gonna take Ole Miss over Iowa State because Iowa State got their best player hurt. So let's go with Michigan State over Marquette. And let's go back down to the West. And we're gonna go with Florida over UConn. Knocking off the champs. This is gonna be a challenge. I don't really know. I've seen Memphis play. I haven't seen Maryland play. They're out of high seed. But I'm not gonna go with the high seed. I'm gonna go with Memphis. I will take Texas Tech because I did like the way they play. And I will go with St. John's. There we go. So let's come over to the Midwest. I will take Houston over Gonzaga. I will take Clemson over High Point. I will take Kentucky over Illinois. And I will take Tennessee over UCLA. So let's go back up here and go back to the East. So now I'm going to take Duke over Mississippi State. I'm going to take Arizona over Oregon, former Pac-10 foes. I'm going to take Wisconsin here. And I'm going to go with Alabama. So now, guys, we are in the process of getting to the Elite Eight. So now, let's start off back at the top. Get back over here to the South. And with the South, I'm going to go with Auburn. I like Auburn. I think Auburn's a tough team. And then I'm going to go with Michigan State. All right? Let's come on down here to the West. I'm going to take Florida, and I'm going to take St. John's. Let's go on over here to the Midwest. I'm going to take Houston, and I will take Kentucky over Tennessee. Now, that's going to be tough because that's going to ask us to beat them 3 times in one season. That's asking a lot. I remember the last time we was in that scenario, it didn't happen. We lost to Auburn when we played them the 3rd time. But I think this time going to come through. We got some veteran players, some veteran team, and we're going to go with that. So with that being said, we're going to take it back to the top. And I'm going to take Duke over a former championship game of Duke and Arizona. I'm going to go with Duke. And I'm going to go with Alabama. Right? I'm going to go with Alabama. So now, guys, we are pretty much almost there. Now we got to figure out our Elite Eight is in. Who's going to make it to the Final Four? That being said, man, I've always been tough all season. I'm going to go with Auburn. Let's go. So my first team in the Final Four will be Auburn. My next team in the Final Four, this is going to be a tough one, man. I like both of these teams. I like the coaches of both of these teams. Man, I think St. John's destined, man. I'm going to go with St. John's with our former guy, Rick Pitino, right? I'm going to take Houston. I'm going to take Houston over Kentucky. I hate doing that, but I got to realize I can't always roll with my heart. I got to roll by my head, right? So with that being said, if Cooper Flag is not back, I don't think that Duke's going to make it this far. But if he is, I can see him in the Final Four. Let's go. So now we have my Final Four is Auburn, St. John's, Duke, and Houston. 3 number 1 seeds, 1 number 2 seeds. With that being said, I'm going to pick my final 2 teams in the game, and I'm going to go with Auburn, and I'll go with Houston. And my 2025 NCAA champ for the first and only time they won a championship in college basketball will be the Fighting Charles Barkley. Let's go. I'm going to get the Fighting Charles Barkley. Auburn Tigers will win the national championship. The Auburn Tigers will win their first ever national championship in basketball. So with that being said, in my little pick'em thing, we got to pick a tiebreaker. I'm going to go with 73-70. So with that being said, I chose to ride with Auburn Tigers as my national championship 2025. First time ever national championship. Maybe Charles Barkley can actually get a ring. Maybe Auburn will donate his man a ring because he can't get one from the NBA or in college when he played. But maybe he can get one from his alma mater. Who knows? But I'm going to go with the Auburn Tigers for the 2025 national championships. Until the next time, I will catch you.